Agnes Crumplebottom was never meant to be happy. A woman whose honeymoon ended in a graveyard and whose heart never left it. Her sprawling mansion, filled with echoes of laughter long gone, feels more like a mausoleum than a home. Her bio highlights her life of tragedy, a woman stuck between who she was and who she would have been.
You understand? I don't like it! I don't like to think about it!
Today we're speedrunning the perfect life for Agnes Crumplebottom, everything she never had, career, romance, and a fresh start, all before she slaps another overly affectionate townie. Agnes is a Cancer who's a loner, bookworm, hopeless romantic, grumpy, and frugal. A mix of complex traits that make it hard for her to find a new lover after the passing of her husband, Eric Darling. She likes classical music, lobster, and spice brown. The first order of business is to find a new man for Agnes, a man that is alive. That is our only prerequisite, that he is of the living. And Agnes is having no trouble at all doing that, because every male sim I introduced her to seems to think that she is very hot and would like to get to know her better. It was definitely a little uncomfortable for her being a loner sim, but I think it was all worthwhile. Agnes is dressed for mourning. She wears all black in honor of the passing of her late husband, Eric Darling, but we are done with that era. We are moving into a new era of joy and self-expression. So I picked an outfit for her that is still very classical, which I think represents her bookworm, kind of shy, girly nature. While Agnes is trying to heal from her husband's death, she's clearly not over him. In fact, she's still sharing her bed with his ghost. As much as she attempts to move on, her past literally lingers beside her each night. It's clear that no living man wants to be with a woman that carries this kind of baggage, as we can see by these absolutely savage responses to Agnes's love letters. However, there is one man, Styles McGraw, a fellow loner who seems to be willing to carry Agnes's heavy baggage. During their first date, they didn't even choke while eating their food at the bistro. But they had me choking up, being so cute during their first kiss. But with all this romance, Agnes is still finding the time to work on herself and develop her skills. Agnes is spending time working on her painting, befriending mythical creatures in the forest, and even started writing her own fiction novel, which has been a booming success. Agnes Crumplebottom's life was finally coming together. Her career was thriving, love had found her again, but her past refused to stay buried as the ghost of her late husband, Eric Darling, began tormenting her new fiancé from beyond the grave. But Styles persisted, undeterred by the ghostly chaos, and together, he and Agnes had the most beautiful beach wedding, sunset vows, crashing waves, and just the faintest chill in the air, courtesy of Eric Darling's disapproving spirit. Agnes even got to finish the nursery that had sat abandoned for years, frozen in time, now filled with warmth and laughter as she and Styles welcomed their first child, Charles. Agnes has been blossoming ever since, finally finding peace, purpose, and the life that she always deserved. And in finally letting go of her past, Agnes came to quite the realization that she and Eric weren't really compatible anyway.